The focus of our research was on sleep education. We specifically focused on which form of sleep education would be most beneficial for high school students. For our PICO question, we wanted to determine whether teacher-led school-based sleep education was more beneficial to high school students than non-school-based education programs. The age group that we had selected was high school students, as this population was most at risk for inadequate sleep, with numerous consequences as a result. We found that only 22% of high school students were getting the recommended sleep time, which was 8 to 10 hours, which was a far lower number than any of us had expected. The downfalls of not getting enough sleep are health risks such as sedentary lifestyle, which can lead to obesity and diabetes, as students have low energy and are very fatigued during the day. They also can experience poor mental health, which can lead to depression and poor academic performances. High school is arguably one of the most important ages for schooling, as students are competing for grades to gain college acceptance and create a solid foundation for their lifelong education journey. Inadequate sleep can hinder many students from reaching their goals, which is why we determined that this age group would be the best recipients of our sleep education program. We found 8 of the highest quality studies to use for our project using 6 electronic databases. Those databases were Jonah Briggs Institute, Ovid, PubMed, CINAHL, Cochrane Library, Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews, and Google Scholar. To appraise the studies that we found and determine their quality, we utilized the CASP checklist. This checklist helped us narrow down our studies to the 8 that we used and ensure that they were the highest quality articles available. Through our research, we found that teacher-led school-based sleep intervention programs had positive impacts on students' sleep knowledge across the board. However, it was determined that these did not have lasting effects on the students, and there were mixed reviews for the actual impact on sleep habits. The impacts on sleep hygiene, sleep duration, and habits were inconclusive, or at the very least, not sustained in the long term. Our research shows that there are multiple factors such as parental influence and culture that can influence a student's sleep hygiene, and sleep education program outcomes can vary because of these factors. Despite these varying results, the consensus is that school-based, teacher-led sleep education programs should be included in school health curriculums to expose students to positive sleep behaviors. Despite actual sleep behavior impacts varying across these studies, it is concluded that at the very least, these education programs provide an increase in sleep knowledge, which is the foundation for actual sleep behaviors. Based on these conclusions, it is our recommendation to include sleep education into health class curriculums across all high schools. We want to implement a teacher-led sleep education program into a high school to obtain more information and conduct a long-term impact study. Our hopes are to show the positive results of this study to the superintendents across the nation and implement sleep education into all high schools. Adequate sleep can lead to healthier students, causing better mental and physical health and better academic performances.